What's going on, everybody? Miami Music Week, day 5, 4, 5. It's Friday. I'm not sure what day it is. It's all a blur now. Sitting here with Mr. Junior Sanchez, absolute legend of the scene. There's just not really much more to say than that, but there is, because we've got a lot of cool stuff coming out. So, first of all, how are you?
I'm good, man. Thank you. Thank you for having me hungover. Yeah.
Thanks for coming. Do you live in Miami?
No. I live in New York, but I want to live in Miami.
I would imagine the weather here is a lot nicer than in New York right now.
Yeah. When we left, it was spring, but it was snow on the floor. So I don't understand that dynamic.
Ew. Well, anyways, how long have you been coming to Miami?
Since 1994, actually. So a long time.
Wow. Well, okay, that is a long time. In that case, what have you seen change, and what have you seen stay the same since you started coming to Miami?
I mean, Miami's in constant development. The beach is the only thing that stays the same in Miami is the sand and the ocean. Everything else around it just kind of transcends and magnifies and develops quickly. But the scene has grown. Obviously, technology has really disrupted everything, and now it used to be just Fountain Blue, the Winter Music Conference, and now it's Ultra, Miami Music Week, Winter Music Conference. All these things are happening, and it's just bigger.
Speaking of technology, you've been doing some work with Avid, yeah?
Yeah, I work closely with Avid, and I've been pretty much using Pro Tools for the past probably 15 years. Yeah.
So what exactly is your connection to them? Are you like an advisor, or?
No, I'm pretty much an endorsed artist. But what I love about Avid is they're such a dynamic company. But the message that I want to spread to kids is you don't have to be afraid of the most professional tools. It's not the bow, it's the Indian. But sometimes the Indian with the sharpest bow, or the arrow, kills better. So, I just want to spread the gospel that Avid is it's an amazing company, and their DAWs are great, and algorithms are great, and the sound's fantastic.
Don't be afraid, kids. Don't be afraid. So you've got some really exciting news on the music front, do you not?
I do. Just completed my album that will be coming out through my label Brobot, distributed through Armada. It's called Under the Influence, and the whole concept and premise of the album is I came to a realization, all my peers and the people I hang out with, my friends that come over my house, like Todd Terry and Kenny Dope and Louie and all these, they're friends, but I'm still their fan, and sometimes you forget that you don't make that connection all the time because you're so close to them, and then you're like, wait a minute, you guys still inspire me, and so the album is paying homage to that, and it's touching on on the feeling of what classic house music is with the dynamics of today. I did it. It's really fluid, and it wasn't. I didn't think too much about it, which is amazing, and I didn't overproduce it, which was very hard to actually keep it simplified, and so it gives you the same feeling as Mucha Swing and and MAW and Armand and Daft. Then it's about capturing that emotion when you hear those records, and that's it. It wasn't about recreating what they do, but capturing that essence of how they made you feel.
I find that to be really important. I think that's a lot. As DJs working in the scene, we get kind of, I guess, jaded almost, and we just become numb, like you said, to just constantly being around these people that we always enjoyed being with, and they start working with them, and we kind of forget, like you said, that at the end of the day, we're still fans, right? And that's the most important thing, because if we weren't, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing, right?
I'm the consummate fan. I was telling, I have a friend here with me now. His name is Merlin Bronx, and he has a site called Last Night's Party, and we've been friends for a long time. And I told him last night, I'm like, dude, I'm still such a fan of you and your work, and I just want to let you know that I'm so proud of how you've grown as an artist. And every time I see your work, I geek out, And sometimes you gotta, you remind your friends that you actually give a shit, because that's what art is, right? We gotta keep it growing, and keep the quality there. And, you know, and if you're inspired by your friends, let them know. Show them love.
So, did you collab with anybody on this new album?
A lot of new artists. One vocalist, her name is So Shy. She used to work with Timberland. She's an amazing singer-songwriter and artist. I did one song with the Crookers, with Fra, and a couple other surprises on there that I'll reveal probably a little later.
I'm excited. And what is this whole Utopia business that we've been hearing about?
Utopia is an amazing new disruptive label and technology platform that I'm involved with my partners based out of Sweden, two Swedish tech guys that pretty much are bringing technology and the label front together. Usually, you know, traditionally labels are scared of technology until they realize, okay, now we got to implement it or use it. You know, they were scared of Napster, they were scared of even Spotify. You know, labels are kind of antiquated in that way. But now, you know, Spotify is like the Knights Templar. They have the power, and now everyone's succumbing to them, you know? So what we're doing in Utopia is we're bringing the technology and the label together, changing the model, making things more transparent and giving the artists back their power in not only profit share and giving them more revenue, but also information. We're like unveiling the curtain and going, listen, you deserve this information too. We're not just going to hoard it as a company. And there's a lot. It goes way deeper into the rabbit hole, but it's an amazing new platform for artists. It's really cool.
And is it out yet, or is it coming out, or when? What's the time frame on that?
Bloomberg just ran a piece on it yesterday. We just announced here in Miami we had our event, and yeah, it's pretty much up and functioning now. Yeah, we it's organically growing. It's pretty cool.
So if someone was to, it's a house label, yeah?
Yeah, so you could go utopiamusic.com. And no, it's not. It's a record label. We have artists already signed to us, and we haven't made that announcement who yet. But there are 3 marquee artists that are all different from different genres.
That's exciting. So if an up and coming producer wanted to release a track on this label, what would their best way of going about that be?
You can actually go onto the website, and there's all the information there. There's a contact. You can submit demos, and you can engage with us. We actually have a 24-hour, almost concierge service that you can actually speak to us in real time, which is pretty impressive. Most labels, you can't get in touch with labels. So
Never. Damn you, labels. So you've been in the scene for a long time. You've been making a lot of music. When it comes to making, especially with this album, and all your years of making music, what has changed and what has stayed the same when it comes time to sitting down to write a new track? How has your mindset changed and stayed the same when you're sitting down and trying to develop the new ideas?
I think the only thing I'd had to adapt to is going from the analog world to the digital world, because I'm still an analog junkie, but understanding the digital DAWs and knowing how. I had this talk with Dennis Ferrer the other day. Don't be, it took me a long time not to be scared of the digital realm alone, because I always thought, the ones and zeros, if you're not a good coder, it's not going to sonically or dynamically sound right. But it's changed. It's gotten so much better. Plugins are better, and DAWs are just are so dynamic. So balancing those both worlds, now I'm realizing I'm leaning more in just the digital spectrum of everything. And I still have my analog front end, but the digital world is getting so good that it's impressive.
So last question, what is your most important piece of advice that you think that new DJs and producers should know?
I've pretty much been preaching this for a long time, is originality. Don't make music for other DJs per se. Don't go into a room and make a track thinking, oh, this guy's gonna play it, or just make music. Be creative. Be an individual. Create your art. You know, make your statement, create your own sound print. You know, and that's really it, because that's what we need more of. We need more, you know, creators instead of like just followers. You know, and that's it. That's pretty much it. And
Be yourself.
So,
Everybody's a little hungover. It's all right. All right, so we're gonna play a quick game under this lovely Dodgers magnetic hat, which you can have, by the way, if you're a Dodgers supporter. We have these Boom Boom sticks. They're aromatherapy sticks that kind of give you some energy, perk you up a bit. They're legal. Don't worry. So I want you to take one of these, and I want you to smell it, and I want you to tell me what kind of fish it reminds you of.
fish.
Tropical fish in the ocean. If you're gonna go snorkeling, what's the fish that makes you think of?
How do you smell fish when you're snorkeling?
I don't.
Okay. Fine. So
Just
it smells like a Hawaiian tropical fish that just bathed in Vicks.
like a raving mahi mahi.
Raving mahi mahi, exactly.
Well, there you have it, folks. Raving mahi mahi. Once again, I'm Kane Michael. This is Junior Sanchez. Stay tuned for more interviews.